Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm talking about pogo sticking versus bounce rate and why they are two separate, completely different metrics. Now, what inspired me to make this video today was a Twitter conversation that was going on between Pedro Diaz, a very famous conversation. Pedro was saying that so in this conversation, Pedro was saying basically that a lot of SEOs teach that a high bounce rate is bad for SEO. And again, Google reps have said that they don't use bounce rate because it's a bad signal. We've done several videos where we've said that bounce rate is a signal that can be gamed. But what's the difference between what people think of when they think bounce rate and what actual bounce rate is? So a bounce rate of 100% could be people going to a page and they could spend 20 minutes on a page and then just close that browser tab. That is a bounce rate of 100%. Bounce rate only means that you have a one-page session. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that people didn't find what they were looking for. It doesn't mean that people weren't satisfied with the page. Now, a short click or a pogo stick, where people go to a page and then they say, for whatever reason, maybe, no, I didn't mean to click on that page, or I don't like that page. That could be only a few seconds long. People click on a page and they realize it's not where they want to be, and then they click out and they either go to another URL or they go back to the search results. Now that is a pogo stick, and that's completely different than bounce rate. Now in that scenario, again, that pogo sticked page would have a bounce rate of 100%, but it's much different than someone who clicks on a result, and maybe it's a long page, maybe it's a long form article, and maybe they spend 15, 20, 25 minutes reading it, or maybe it's an e-commerce page or something like that, whatever. But whatever it is, they find what they were looking for. E-commerce page is a bad example, that's why I changed my mind on that. But whatever it is, they find what they're looking for, and that's way different than somebody spending just a second on a page and saying, oh, that's not what I wanted, or I don't like that page, or this isn't what I was looking for. So short clicks, bounce rate, completely different things. Again, I'll try and find that original tweet. I'll put it down in the show notes below. But again, you know, whenever you hear SEOs talking about bounce rate affecting it, keep in mind, Google reps have said they do not use Google Analytics for bounce rate. I think I was in a thread this morning on an SEO forum. People were talking about this as well. They don't use bounce rate. Not everybody has Google Analytics installed. Half the sites in the world don't have Google Analytics, and bounce rate is not a good measure of whether people thought that they liked that page or were satisfied with that page, or they got to a goal on a page. It's totally the wrong thing to measure. I think that where it started, where did this start, was just people saw this as a metric in Google Analytics. Maybe somebody blogged about it a long time ago. I don't know. That's the only thing I can figure. Somebody famous must have blogged about this and saying that high bounce rate is bad, but it's not the case. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO, and I'm here on a daily basis providing tips and advice for SEO. And hey, if you have a question, leave it in the comments below. I wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers who have come on in the last 3 or 4 months. It's incredible. We're at 600 and something subscribers. I would love